Mario is an exceptional video gaming talent. His gaming franchise is the best-selling in history. He appeared in more than 100 games since 1981. His jumping skill is one of the most analyzed topics in game design theory, and no one has managed to kidnap his princess for long. Many people believe that Mario achieved this success all on his own. But that's not true. Like most success stories, Mario's story isn't the story of a single talent, but a story about a lot of amazing players trying to achieve something great together. But as it is with history, the great victories are remembered, but what it took to achieve them is often forgotten. Everyone remembers how Mario defeated Bowser in the rain on top of this crazy skyscraper. But everyone forgot how crucial this fire flower was for Mario to even reach the boss fight alive. Everyone remembers how graceful Mario climbed towards the top of the flagpole after beating the first stage. But everyone forgets how much the acorn suit helped Mario to reach the flagpole in the first place. While the whole world celebrates Mario's success, the power-ups which made his victories possible are taken for granted. But they aren't. It's time to recognize how important power-ups are for Mario's success. We won't talk about Mario using different items to overcome challenges in Mario Maker today. But we'll talk about the power-ups using Mario. So you ready? Let's do this! In our first idea, this fire flower has to guide Mario through a dangerous area. Sadly, the exit pipe at the end is blocked and there is only a door that leads back to the beginning of the area. Luckily, the fire flower grants Mario the ability to throw fire flower firepower power-ups, and all they have to do here is to race fast enough so that the fireball doesn't despawn. Hooray! Here Mario and the Tanuki suit have to survive a dangerous challenge. Together, the suit becomes trapped here between two moving lava bubble walls. If the suit gets hit here, it disappears and Mario is all on his own again. But there is no way to escape this area without the suit, so Mario needs to restart the challenge through this door. If the Tanuki suit, however, manages to guide Mario down there without taking damage, they are able to go through this Tanuki suit only door. This door contraption works because the Tanuki suit's tail attack is able to throw items off tracks. Here the Propeller suit teamed up with a Shellmet in order to survive an interesting challenge. There are piranha plants which constantly attack our brave suit. Its only chance to leave this trap alive are the munchers on the top. These munchers all carry a bullet blaster and can be pushed upwards. On top of the bullet blasters lives an angry wiggler who is not only no threat to a well-dressed plumber, but his only chance of survival as well. If all munchers are pushed towards the top, a new path is created for the angry wiggler who lives in the attic of the stage. A path towards a life-saving P-switch. On the bottom is a small contraption which allows Mario to regain his friends, the Propeller suit and the Shellmet, if he loses them. Once all munchers are in place, the P-switch gets triggered, and the power-ups are finally able to show us the next idea. Here, a fire flower has to solve a puzzle. To its left is a weird contraption and a spring, but the spring can't be reached currently. To its right is a small hole in the wall where it's possible to throw fire flower firepower power-ups through. While these power-ups are able to climb upwards towards a Bob-omb, they sadly can't reach him yet. It looks like the fire flower has to figure this out on its own. Luckily, it's possible to lift the Bob-omb into the air by shooting at it like crazy, which grants our fire flower this spring. This spring can now be placed in front of the hole in the wall, which makes it possible to finally shoot the Bob-omb and to escape this idea. Here we have another puzzle room. The fire flower won't be able to solve this one. We need a cape here. But how to get the cape? Well, all that our puzzle-solving fire flower has to do here is to shoot this Koopa, as this activates the thwomp. If the thwomp drops down now, a cape feather spawns and the fire flower is able to take a well-deserved break. But it looks as if the cape is facing another puzzle now. It needs to find a way through these path-blocking blocks, but flying up there isn't possible as the blocks block the path. Luckily, there is not only one way to fly with a cape, but there are two completely different ways. If our cape decides to use the R button instead of the jump button to start its flight, the cape spins Mario around at high speed and he's able to fly through these blocks. Hooray! All that's left now is to use this shell to kill a piranha plant and the cape is able to leave this puzzle. But there is one more puzzle idea to solve today. This time, it's Tanuki time. The Tanuki suit grants Mario a really useful tail. Here, for example, the suit has to use this tail to lift the spring into the air. Once the spring is high enough, it will activate a shell, which triggers a pow block and opens up the path to the next room. In the next room, our suit faces a new problem. It clearly needs to find a way to run at P-speed in order to fly through the ceiling, but there isn't enough space to reach P-speed. Luckily, there are 5 stacked pipes to its left, spawning pow blocks, and these pow blocks can be used to fill the hole in the floor, which allows to run at P-speed and to fly. Now, there's only one last puzzle left. The exit door hovers in the air, and because of this, it's impossible for the Tanuki suit to go through it. To its right is a fire flower, and to its left is an interesting bob-omb contraption. Using a tail attack close to this contraption forces the spring to fall down and ignites the bob-omb. Nice. The Tanuki suit is almost done here, but first he needs to attack this fire flower in order to make it reachable. Now the fire flower has to figure the rest of this puzzle out on its own. Luckily, there isn't much left to do. This blue platform needs to be activated, and once activated, a fire flower firepower power-up needs to be shot on top of the platform towards the last bob-omb. This finally opens up the real exit door. Hooray! Here we have a gimmicky but interesting minigame. The fire flower is trapped in a small area, and all that it can do to survive this situation is to throw fireballs towards these flying Koopas. It needs to hit all 3 Koopas once, as each one of them carries a muncher. These munchers drop down once the Koopas died and are carried to a small contraption by a conveyor belt. Once all 3 munchers reach this area, the P-switch gets triggered and our brave fire flower is able to leave this area. Sadly, it doesn't have much time to do so, as there is a skewer clock to its left, which kills it once it expires. The cape power-up can be used to create really interesting flight courses. Here the cape has to guide Mario through a dangerous but rewarding spike corridor filled with coins. To keep things varied, the cape has to perform the spin jump once again for the second challenge, as it leads to a different flight variation and allows our cape to reach the exit door. Fire flowers have defeated Bowser often in the last decades, but the cape very rarely sees used in a boss fight against the Koopa King. And that's a pity, because this wonderful cape is definitely capable of defeating Bowser. Here the cape becomes trapped in a room with Bowser. It's either Bowser or the cape. The cape is able to hit the Koopa King, who is trapped to the right here. Sadly, there is a sharp saw blade and a dangerous cannon, which tries to get rid of this cape. If Mario loses the powerful cape suit, he's forced to regain a new cape feather to the left. Sadly, getting a new feather there is no easy task, as our plumber first has to jump towards the pipe, which is guarded by 2 horrible saw blades. But no Bowser is able to stop a caped Mario. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, and maybe you feel especially empowered today and want to hit the subscribe button as well. The next couple of videos might take a little bit longer than usual, but I hope to see you soon and that you have a wonderful day. Goodbye!